Grandpa Bill, story time with Grandpa Bill. It's Grandpa Bill's story time. Yay! Hi, I'm Grandpa Bill. Welcome to Grandpa Bill's story time. Come on in, make yourself comfortable, and we're going to sit down and read a good book. Okay, our story today comes out of Paw Patrol, Stories to Share. Let's see, what story are we going to read today? This one is called King for a Day. Yeah, King for a Day. Interesting. Fear not, fair princess, Marshall cried. The pups of the round table will save thee. The pups were practicing their play about knights. Chase was King Arthur, and the other pups were his brave knights. Our play will be knight-tastic, Marshall declared. In Adventure Bay's town square, Captain Turbo was building the set for the play. The set looks like a castle. Castle construction is close to completion, Captain Turbo announced. Just one last nail. But when he swung his hammer, he missed. Instead of hitting the nail, he hit the castle wall. Oh no! The set collapsed. A big piece of the castle fell right on top of Captain Turbo. Oh, I'm stuck, he cried. He reached for his phone and called the Paw Patrol for help. Don't worry, Captain Turbo, Ryder said. No job is too big, no pup is too small. The Paw Patrol raced to the town square. How are you, Captain Turbo? Marshall asked. Super, but stuck, he said. And my arm smarts a smidge. We'll have you out in no time, Ryder promised. Rubble, use your claw hook to lift the wall. On the double, Rubble said. Oh, stuck. Rubble backed his truck up to the wall and lifted it away from Captain Turbo. But there was still another piece of scenery trapping him. Chase used the winch on his vehicle to pull the doorway off Captain Turbo. He was free. Thanks, Paw Patrol, Captain Turbo said as he stood and brushed himself off. Okay, Captain Turbo, Marshall said. I need to do a medical exam. X-ray machine. The machine popped out of Marshall's pack. He used it to scan Captain Turbo's bones. Wow. Marshall said. Looks like it's only a sprain. I'll wrap it up. A bandage popped out of Marshall's pack. He wrapped the bandage around Captain Turbo's wrist. Oh, it's nice. Captain Turbo needed to rest his arm, so it was up to the Paw Patrol to finish building the castle for the play. Okay, my pups of the round table, Chase commanded through his megaphone. Moveth! Sky used her helicopter and a towing cable to fly a wall to the set. She placed it in the middle of the stage. Rocky popped a tool arm out of his pack. Zips! He used a power screwdriver to spin screws through a hinge and into the wooden door. He tested the door to make sure it could easily open and close. This castle door is ready, he announced. Good job. Marshall held a paintbrush in his mouth and dipped it into a can of purple paint. He carefully spread the paint on the wall. Ryder worked on the other side of the doorway. Together, they finished painting the castle wall in a flash. Soon the castle was ready. The pups felt so proud. They all howled and barked. Except Chase. He didn't bark. He coughed. Marshall took his temperature. Uh-oh, you've got a fever. You need lots of rest and liquids. But who will play King Arthur in the play? Marshall. He knew all the lines, and the crown fit him. Oh no, he's not feeling well. It was time to start the entertainment, and the last of the audience arrivals just before the play began. Callie the kitten was princess stuck high in a tower. The pup who pulled the bone from the stone would become king and save the princess. Behold the bone, Rubble said. Rocky said, licking his lips. It looketh delicious. Marshall entered. Fear not, fair princess. He jumped over the bone and took it to his teeth. Then he struggled to pull it out of the stone. Whoop! When the bone came free, it flew out of Marshall's mouth and hit the tower. The tower toppled over and Callie fell. The audience gasped. Oh no! Thankfully, Marshall caught Callie, and he remembered to say his line. You are free, fair princess. The audience cheered. Yay! Marshall was doing an excellent job. Lady Sky popped the wings out of her pack and flew over to Marshall. "Heads up," she said as she dropped a golden crown right onto his head. It was a perfect fit. Aww. "All hail King Arthur," the pups cried, kneeling in front of Marshall. The curtain closed. When it opened again, the pups took a bow. The audience cheered again. "Yay! Great job, all of you," Ryder said. "You're such good pups. The king had saved the day, and Marshall had saved the play." Aw, what a nice story about a play. Very good. Thank you for sharing this story with me today. Come back again for more stories with Grandpa Bill. Goodbye.